What's good, everybody? It's gonna come back at you on a video. So for this video, I wanted to talk about mantras, right? And the power of having your own mantras, right? So to make sure we're on the same page, let's define mantra. So mantra is generally a word, or in most cases, a phrase that you would say, oftentimes, repeatedly. You don't have to say like a bunch of something in a row, but like a sort of like a go-to phrase that you'll say. And having a mantra is powerful because that'll help keep you on the right track. Now, what I mean by right track is feeling good, right? The goal that you want to strive for is to feel good, to feel as good as you can as often as possible. Why? Because we were put here on this earth to experience outrageous joy. And if we can experience joy as often as possible, ideally every moment from now to the rest of our lives, then we've been able to fulfill our life's goal, right? That we were put here to have fun, right? It's that simple. We're put here to smile, have a good time, have fun. And so if we can do that more often, then we're on the right track. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing, having fun. And so the power of a mantra is so that you can have these sort of go-to phrases that you'll say to help keep your energy high. Because people, they make the mistake of having negative mantras, right? That'll bring them down, right? How many times have you proposed an idea to yourself or someone proposed an idea to you and you automatically, without even thinking, say, oh yeah, that'll never work out. Oh yeah, I can't do that. No way will that ever happen, right? Like, we all know it, we ourselves are definitely guilty of it from time to time, or it could be often. Or if not ourselves, then we know for a fact that we know other people around us that have negative mantras that is just automatic, right? Where an idea can get proposed, or they can think of something that they want to experience or try, and then like automatically something negative gets stated, right? The power of having mantras that you can also do this for the positive, and you want to do it for the positive, because if you have a negative mantra, when you say something negative, like some of the examples that I gave earlier, it will make you feel bad or make you feel worse, because no one wants to ever feel as though or believe that they can't do something, or that something is impossible, especially if they had a good feeling about it, or if it was a good idea, right? You can have positive mantras as well. An example for it would be, if someone asks you, oh, how is something going to happen for you? You'll say, don't worry about it. Everything will work out just fine. Imagine having a go-to mantra like that, right? Where you say, oh yeah, don't worry about it. Everything will work out fine, right? It's like, well, Joel, what are you going to do about this situation? Everything seems to be going bad. We were on the highway and we got a flat tire and we don't know what to do. We don't have spare tires in the car and I don't know what to do. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be just fine. Right? And even if you can still say that, even if you don't have an answer or an explanation, but you can still believe that everything's going to be fine. Why is that? Because events, when they happen, they just are. They're not good or bad. We as humans, we place them in buckets, whether something is good or bad, right? We put them in those two buckets because it makes it easy for us to distinguish between events and have things like organized in our minds, right? But what you need to understand is the quote unquote bad events aren't ever actually bad. They're not, right? Because one, that quote unquote bad event is typically just contrast. It's just the universe allowing you to experience something that will, so that you yourself can learn that it's not desirable. And so that'll help spring out the new desire of like what you actually want, right? And that quote unquote bad event, it could also be an event that needed to happen in order to help push you forward towards the goal or dream that you actually wanted, right? Some people could be praying, some people could be at a current job and then praying for their dream occupation, for something great to unfold for them. And then out of nowhere, they get fired from their current job. And, what most people say is, oh, that was a bad event. This was very bad. This was a disaster. But if you want that new job, like, I understand you can work your old job and then get the offer from your new job and accept the new job offer and then go there. But if you want your new job to replace your old job, then you at least want to be finished with your old job so that makes space for a new job, right? I've heard examples of even someone like Steve Harvey, right? He's shared an example of himself owning a car and then having money to, get a new car. So it was one back then when he used to live with his mother at home. He would tell his mother how he's gonna get this brand new car, and everything's gonna work out. And he's super excited for the brand new car. But his mother didn't really have the same excitement that he had for the vehicle. So then after he told his mom many times that he was gonna get the new car, and he noticed that she wasn't ever excited for it, he asked her, "Why is it that you are not happy for me when I keep telling you I'm gonna get a new car?" And she told him, "I'm not happy for you just yet because right now in the driveway you still have your old car up on the cinder blocks," right? His old car didn't work. It was on cinder blocks because they didn't have tires, any of that. So his old vehicle was still in the driveway on cinder blocks. And so the mom explained to him that in order for you to get that new vehicle, you need to make space for it. And right now, because you still have your old vehicle, you still haven't made space for your new car. So once he realized that was a life lesson, spiritual lesson for him, so then that's when he eventually removed the old car out of the driveway. And so now, because of that, he now has space, both physically and I guess like spiritually and emotionally, right, for that new vehicle. So now, if he were to get his hands on a new vehicle, he now has a space to park it, right? He now has a space to place it, right? Because he's made space for it in his life. And that's when his mother got excited. And then that's what brought even more joy to him because he made space for it. So you, with these mantras, you are effectively making space for good to happen, because a quote unquote bad event could happen and most people would be frustrated and flustered and wondering what they can do and panicking and anxious and worried. And you're just like, don't worry about it. Everything will be just fine. Everything's going to be taken care of. That's you making space for the good. That's you remaining high energy and vibrating high so that the good energy that you're putting out will in fact attract good energy to you and handle the quote unquote bad events. It will take care of whatever problems you're dealing with, right? We've all experienced quote unquote issues or situations in our lives where there seems to have been a problem that unfolded for us and we never actually had to take action or do anything, but somehow, some way, it figured itself out for us, right? That's us putting out the right energy and the right vibration. I've experienced that in many cases too, where I didn't know how something was going to happen, something's going to unfold for me. And then magically, the right people were in my corner, in my life, that did all the work for me. And I just had to just show up, and right? Like, it happens all the time. You don't have to be the one to have all the answers all the time. And that is the secret right there, right? That you not having all the answers is what will allow life to also unfold. Because oftentimes when people feel as though they need to have the solution or they need to be the one to have the answer themselves, that's someone who wants to go out and make it happen. That's someone who is not giving any space for life to happen. Because although you may be a very smart, bright, intelligent person, right? You ain't that smart. You ain't smart enough to do God's work, right? There's so many variables. There's so many lives of other people, events, situations that are happening outside of your entire scope and your view that you can't see, that your senses can't pick up, that you can't account for because you just don't know it's happening. You just don't know it exists. That's life, right? And oftentimes people, when they try to be the one to find the answer and make it happen, they don't factor in that life can also happen. That luck, right? They'll say it's luck, it's a miracle, it's this and that. It's coincidence, right? Everyone's favorite word. No, that's just life itself that's organizing itself behind the scenes. So when you have a mantra, especially powerful, positive mantra, like the example I gave you, right? Saying, oh yeah, don't worry about it. Everything will work out fine. Yeah, everything will be taken care of. Don't worry about it. That's you accepting that life also exists, that life also happens, and that as you maintain that good energy, that you will also receive good things into your life as well. That you don't ever have to waste your time worrying or being anxious or any of that stuff, because life will swoop in and take care of whatever problems that you're dealing with. And what you need to understand is that you, as a creator, as a powerful being, you are bigger than all of your quote unquote problems, right? You are much bigger than that. It doesn't matter what it is, right? You are literally towering over it. And so why do you need to worry about it? Why do you need to concern yourself about it? Everything will be fine. Everything has always been fine. Everything will continue to be fine. Everything will be okay. Everything will work itself out, right? Any one of those mantras you want to pick, feel free. And you can even have mantras for things that you want to experience right now, right? If right now the goal is to improve your finances, guess what you can say? Big money's here right now, right? Because when you say that, when you say big money's here right now, then you can experience the joy and the fun and the excitement of having it right now. You know what I would do sometimes? I would go online on my computer and start looking at my dream homes, right? And then I would, whatever website I use, you know what filter I use? I use the most expensive filter, boom, so I can see the most expensive houses and start from there. And then I don't even care about the price tag. If anything, when I look at the price tag, I get excited and I laugh and smile. And, you know, because I just think to myself, all it is just a bunch of numbers and digits. Like, who cares? It's not even important, right? If there's a house that I want, like, I'm going to get it, right? So it really doesn't matter. So just go through, and then I just look at the homes that I want, the homes that look good. And then I get excited because I'm like, okay, well, big money's here. So having big money, who cares of what the price tag looks like, because I'll be able to get it anyways, right? So it doesn't matter. So, right, it like that is how it all works. That is the power of mantras, because at the end of the day, we're here to have fun. We're here to experience joy. We're here to have a blast. And, you know, from time to time we can fall into a trap, but like, don't take life too serious, right? I'm guilty of it too. I'm sure you probably have your moments where you're guilty of it too. It's okay. There's no need to take life so serious. Like, we're here to have fun. And when you have fun, right, sometimes you gotta laugh at yourself. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, make light out of the situation. And even if you had something that was planned and then life happens and it deviates from that plan, you can still smile and still accept it and embrace it and say, you know what, like, I'm gonna still appreciate it and enjoy it for what it is. Right? So I know it kind of went like a little off topic everywhere, but yeah, going back to it, that's the power of mantras, right? You want to have these phrases, ideally, you know, as words, but phrases that you want to say that can help keep your energy vibrating high, that can help keep you smiling throughout the day, that will help keep you on the right track. And as you're smiling, as you're feeling good, that means that you're well on your way. You're on the right track and you're well on your way to all the things that you desire. So have a couple mantras, whichever ones you want to pick, whichever ones feel good, right? Have those mantras and then tell yourself that from time to time or often, so that you could be smiling all the time and be vibrating high. So go out and have some fun, right, guys? Don't take life so serious. So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe as we're on the road to 1 million subscribers, guys. So once again, this is Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.